The forest did not sleep that night. Sound of running. Branches tore at her dress as she ran, breath shredding her chest, pain rippling through her swollen belly with every step. Little flashes lights escaping from the trees as the day fades. Just enough light to show the blood on her hands. Her husband's blood, her brother-in-law's blood, still warm in her memory. Their car had broken down on a pathway as they journey through, heading for their mini vacation in a remote city. The beast had come on the road. It had burst from the darkness like a living shadow, smashing the vehicle with a sound like thunder. She still heard the metal scream. Her husband had shouted her name once, just once. Then the forest swallowed him whole. She ran because there was nothing else left to do. Now she ran for her unborn child. Behind her, something moved, heavy, intentional. Her heart hammered so loud, the warning cramps tightening low in her abdomen. Fear drove her legs long past reason. Shattering. Monkeys. They clung to branches, eyes bright and curious, tails flicking. A few leapt closer, hooting sharply, throwing sticks. Chimpanzees emerged next, larger, louder, their cries echoing like alarms. They circled her, agitated, collected the stick from her, feeding on her terror. The noise rose, chaotic and piercing. The pain in her belly became unbearable. A deep, primal contraction seized her, forcing a scream from her throat. She doubled over, hands sinking into damp earth. Then, footsteps. Not the beast. These were slow, measured, heavy with authority. The monkeys scattered. The chimpanzees shrieked and retreated to the trees as a massive shape stepped into the clearing. A gorilla, silver-backed, scarred, eyes ancient and steady. He stood tall, chest rising and falling, and when he looked at her, there was no hunger in his gaze, only awareness. The beast roared in the distance. The gorilla answered. His roar shook the ground, a declaration that split the night. Charged, vanishing into the trees with a fury that bent branches and sent terrified cries echoing away. She cried out as another contraction ripped through her. Then the gorilla returned, not alone. Others followed him, females, younger males. One of the females knelt close. They formed a living wall around her, wide backs turned outward, faces set toward the darkness. Gentle hands touching the woman's shoulder, then her belly, as if understanding passed between species without words. The female disappeared briefly and returned with broad leaves, clean, cool, laying them beneath her. They worked with quiet urgency, instinct guiding them. She screamed again, then pushed. The pain was endless and brief all at once. The silverback stood guard, roaring whenever the forest stirred. Something charged the perimeter, fast, violent, to the beast, but the gorillas surged as one, and the threat fled like lightning bolt. A thin, fierce wail pierced the night, with a cry torn from the deepest place inside her. The baby came. The female gorilla gently placed the newborn against her chest, where the baby quieted, tiny fingers curling instinctively. Hours later, voices cut through the trees, human voices, flashing lights, still dark within. Security patrols drawn by reports of the crash and strange disturbances in the reserve. The gorillas did not attack. They stepped back. The silverback met her eyes one last time. Then he turned, leading his family into the forest, shadows swallowing them as if they had never been there at all. Dawn crept into the forest, lights touching down. She was carried out on a stretcher, her child safe against her heart. As the forest faded behind her, to the wild, to life, she whispered a thank you to the guardians who had risen when humanity had fallen. The forest returned to silence, but it would always remember her.